roll.
Where am I looking to you, the camera?
Sound, speed, action. Could you please state your name and profession if you can?
My name is Jennifer Phillips and I'm a spiritual medium.
How long have you been a spiritual medium for?
I've been a professional working spiritual medium for 13 years.
And these spirits, how do they manifest themselves?
Well, through meditation and through training, you are able to contact the spirit world.
Can you recall the first time that you made contact with a spirit?
I recall being about 6 years of age and knowing spirit were round about me or being aware of energy, but it wasn't until much further on that I was able to do some training and able to do a reading and get a communication from the spirit world.
Do you recall your very first professional reading?
Professional reading? I can actually, I can more or less tell you where that was because I was forced into it. So yes, basically I was attending one of our college. I was attending our college for a course in mediumship to help me with my mediumship, and we had someone set up readings for us with people who we did not know at all, and I was set up with a young Icelandic girl, so she didn't speak really well English, enough to understand me, and basically I was facing her and I kept seeing mirror images of myself in my mind's eye. And long story short, she had been through all this stuff that I was saying to her, and everything that I was coming through, I'd kind of more or less went through it myself. And spirit were just saying, she's just like you, just go with that. And the girl ended up, really tearful, and it was such a touching reading. But that was my first professional reading, I would have said, something that I could have said was set up professionally and was received professionally. It wasn't just a case of, oh, come on, I'll give you a wee reading to my pals. It was pretty spot on.
I was going to say, but don't look nervous, but look like...
Well, I'm not, I'm just like, I don't know.
Okay, so Rachel, have you ever met Jennifer before?
I have not.
Jennifer, have you ever met Rachel before?
I have never met Rachel
You
before.
know nothing about it?
Absolutely nothing. It's a pleasure to meet you, Rachel.
Yeah.
Okay, so as I explained to you before, you've never had a reading before, so I'm asking you to invite your spirit friends and family forward. But as we invite the spirit world forward, I feel very much a lady coming forward for you. And as she comes forward, she feels to me she wouldn't have been an old lady. Okay, so I know that this lady would have had, I see a life in the old dog gate, but she feels...
What is the most the common misconception of spiritual?
I'd say the common misconception is that when people say psychic and mediumship, there are two complete differences. Psychic abilities are what you're born with and God has given you to use. Mediumship, again, is through training and through meditation, is contacting a different realm, a different part of the world. Moving forward with this career, vocation, this thing. She's shown me London, baby. So I know that there's the connection to London, and there is also a need or a want for you to be working there. Do you understand this? Yeah. And I know that as I feel the London, I'm feeling that pretty strong actually. Would I be correct in saying you already have connections in London, friendships? Or family, but there's a connection there, do you understand? Someone who can help me with the move to London. Okay.
Are you ever hesitant to say the really personal and all upsetting stuff?
Yes, absolutely. That's where self-discipline comes in, it's where your training comes in. Most of the time, 99% of the time, I will tell the recipient what I'm receiving, but how I go about it is really the key. Sometimes you don't be so blunt, or you have to be compassionate with people. You have to be understanding that you're speaking to a person with feelings. So therefore, you would use your brain basically to stop that from happening, stop them being so blunt. And I know that as he comes forward even more, he's telling me now, I want to speak on a personal level where you've had lots of challenges with that. Again, I said this to you earlier, at the end of the day, you need to use these things that are happening for knowledge for the future. And again, it's a case of I would never treat people like that, okay? I want to say to you that there's been a friendship that absolutely, totally tore you apart. Do you understand this? Okay? And I know that person person doesn't deserve you to look them in the eye, do you understand? And I know your grandfather's just saying, good on you, girl, good on you, girl, but it'll stand you in good stead for the future.
Do you believe that you have to be somewhat religious to contact the spirit, or
Absolutely
be
not.
contacted by one?
Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. Spirit are an energy of pure love, and everyone, doesn't matter what religion, what your background is, where you come from and what you do, love is universal, it's ever expanding, it's in and around us, above us, below us, it's everywhere. So for me, it's just that connection of love, it's nothing to do with religion. Take care, God bless, thank you for working with me.
Wow.
So, Rachel,
Hello.
what are your thoughts and feelings after the reading?
So after the reading, I just feel I have a lot of questions to go back and ask family members, but it's brought a lot of comfort and a lot of things that I've been needing at this point in time in my life. It's definitely been worthwhile me doing it because it's given me a lot of positivity, and yeah, I've left with a good sense of comfort, and I think I've just had a big warm hug.
I think it's like everything, if it's done with the right intentions, then yes, absolutely, it heals people, it helps heal people, it helps them have hope, and it helps them heal their hearts.
Without saying too much, like, was she accurate?
Yeah, she, there's a couple things, obviously I still have questions. There's a lot of things that, I'll go home and ask my mum, being like, oh, do you know about this? But I personally have this, my grandparents on my mum's side both passed when I was quite young. I still get comforted by them for some reason, like I still feel like they do watch over me.
Before the reading, were you sceptical at all too?
Yeah, yes and no. I've had family members, like my grandparents, she's right into like her psychic and her reading things. This being my first reading, I was always a bit like, oh, she'll probably, I don't know, she'll be as accurate as what she was and that, but I wasn't expecting little tiny, very specific details to come forward. I think that's why I connected so much with it.
Do you feel like there's a lot of men of like fake people? Spiritualists?
There are lots and lots of them. And there may even be people out there who don't believe they're fake. They just don't know what they're doing. It's like people are people. They can take advantage of the goodness that's in this movement. For myself, it's about putting my head down on my pillow at night and knowing that I've done a good job. And if I've lied to someone or misguided them, then it's like, the whole karma thing, then it would come back and bite me.
So, a lot of people don't consider this a job, consider it as a calling. Could you imagine yourself alive without doing this?
Absolutely not. I don't remember a time that I didn't work with spirit. And I do believe it is a calling for some people. I mean, lots of people can do mediumship. Everyone can do psychic readings. Not everyone is meant to work for spirit in the capacity that I'm working with them. Some people it might just be that they give little readings to their friends. Other people they may just do it in a group. And then other people are supposed to do it maybe in a public way, which is doing church services, doing public demonstrations, and of course one-to-one readings. So for me, I know it's nothing to do with me seeking the fame or seeking to want to do it for more people. It's purely that spirit have brought them to me.